I'm packing for a very exciting trip tonight. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to Charleston. I am cooking for some clients. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. A weekend in the life of a travel chef. I've got some of my stuff laid out. I don't go anywhere without my jacket, some kitchen stuff, my knives, my apron, my plain outfit, my carry-on, some recipes. I always bring my knife roll with me when I cook, so stay tuned to the end and I'll show you everything that's in it. So let's go. Filled my water bottle and got some breakfast before boarding the plane. The TV was tempting, but I was very busy looking out the window during takeoff. We flew directly over Manhattan, which I thought had been banned after 9/11, so I was a little shocked and nervous about this. Since when is this allowed again? Someone please tell me. Then I got to work and wrote out my menu and made my grocery list. I'll be cooking 2 meals this weekend, a lunch and dinner.
Welcome to Charleston, where the local time is 12:36 p.m.
I'm staying with my clients at their Airbnb, and look how amazing my room is. I checked out the kitchen for things I might need, and now I'm off to the grocery. This was a successful trip. Wow, that's a lot of food. I got my orders of work ready for tomorrow, and now ready to meet up with my travel friend Kaylee, who lives in Charleston. We're actually taking a very exciting trip together in 2 weeks, so we were scheming big time. She brought me to Lewis Barbecue, and wow, everything was delicious. The waiter even complimented our order, saying we chose all the best things.
That's the Charleston, baby.
That's just what happens when you've got the inside info. Then we went to Palmetto Brewery, which was so fun. I'm not big into beer, but luckily they had a hard lemonade drink, which was very fizzy and yum. Up early to get cooking. Lots of time at the grill today. I made roasted chicken with chimichurri sauce, tomato and basil pasta, a salad of whipped feta with grilled zucchini, onions, and peaches, and a touch of mint. And for dessert, blonde brownies, and these are the leftovers. And then for dinner, I roasted corn ahead of time, then made a pumpkin seed dip inspired by my time in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The corn was for kale and corn salad, which went with Parmesan roasted broccolini, skirt steak with arugula gremolata, and roasted Yukon Gold potatoes. And then for dessert, stone fruit crumble served with vanilla ice cream. They absolutely loved everything, and now it's time for bed for this very happy chef. Time to head home, back to New York. The Charleston airport is very compact. There's only 2 terminals, but I'm a bit annoyed because the lounge is not called out on the map. No problem though, I treated myself to this greasy, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and it was heaven. Then I got a little bit of work done before coming across the worst travel luck, because I was planning to watch movies on the flight, but there were no TVs. Why do they even make planes like this? Oh well, I guess I have to stare out the window for the next 3 hours. There are worse things. I'm back from my trip to Charleston, and as promised, I wanted to take you through what exactly I packed to cook for a client in a kitchen I'd never been to. It was actually not even their home. They were renting an Airbnb, a house. They were on vacation with some extended family. So the kitchen was actually really nice. They had sent me photos of the kitchen, so I knew what kind of oven they had and stovetop, and there was an outdoor grill. So the menu was heavily grill focused. So I knew that going in. I already had the menu planned out the week before. So let's get started. So I had packed a suitcase because I was taking all my knives, and you can't take knives as a carry-on. Just in case you didn't know, I thought I'd mention that. But here's a really big tip. Before you go, test out your suitcase, because I couldn't get the handle down. So like that was not great. First of all, I took my immersion blender. This is a great one. This is Cuisinart, such a solid brand. It also has a portion that is a container that chops, but I didn't need that for the recipes I was making, so I didn't take that part. And then these are my favorite pot holders. I love them. These are silicone mats right here, and then they're just so easy to get on and off and totally protect your hands. Here I have my thermometer. This is amazing. You open this up and stick it into the meat. You can also use it for bread. and it tells you the temperature right there. So there's no guessing, and you know exactly when your meat is ready, which I love. I took some plastic gloves, but I didn't end up using them. I took some dish towels, but the client had some, so I didn't need them. There are blonde brownies on the menu, and so I brought my own personal pan because I just know this pan is perfect for what I needed, because I've made the recipe many, many times, and it's a Calphalon 8x8. Now, this is my favorite kitchen utensil. It's a mini slicer. It's a mandolin that you don't adjust. You can either use the housing on or take it off, and you can just take a cucumber and just slice it right there. Or this is perfect for slicing garlic really thinly. And then I took my weighing scale because I needed that for the blonde brownie recipe. I took some spices because I knew I just needed a little bit, and I already had these made up. This is cayenne, and here's some oregano. And then when I was there, I bought onion powder. And then I took a can opener because I was using canned tomatoes, and we'd need it, and I wasn't sure, and she hadn't gotten back to me yet. And then I always take a sponge because clients only have a scrub brush, and I think that is just like the worst thing to wash your dishes with. I just can't handle it. And also, like, how do you wipe the counters down? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I always bring a sponge. And then here's my knife roll. So I'm going to open this up and show you what's inside. So I take this to every house because it's just a kit of tools that I find really helpful to cook with. So here's my chef's knife. I think this is the most amazing knife. And here is the steel to sharpen it. When I'm cooking, often I'll sharpen my knife with a steel maybe once a week. I don't use this that often, but I have a bread knife in my pack. And then here's a filleting knife. I use this if I'm cooking bone-in chicken breast and I want to get this off. I want to get the breast off of the bone. That's really good for that. A paring knife for fruit and small things. Kitchen shears, which I use all the time. You never know when these are going to come in handy. This is probably not that helpful. I have a half a teaspoon measure, and that's it. And then here is a cake tester. I use this whenever I'm doing baked goods. My handy dandy trusty microplane, one of the best kitchen tools. I use this all the time, definitely for citrus, zesting citrus, and also shaving garlic sometimes. This slotted spoon is amazing. No explanation necessary. This I use if I'm draining something. I put sliced shallots in water in Charleston for the menu, and I then drained the water off with this. It's also great for pasta. This is such a great tool. I love it. It's so good if you're sauteing something in oil, like garlic slices. Use this, it's so thin. And you can pull the browned garlic right out and then save it for later. It's called a kitchen majig, and it says that you can strain, drain, beat, blend, whip, and mix. So, and then I've got an assortment of spatulas because you never know if anyone's gonna have spatulas, and these are small and versatile, and they're my favorite. I love them. And then a peeler. I love a good peeler. This, I think this was my mom's or my grandmother's. The brand is EKCO, and it's amazing. I use it all the time if I need to flip something. If I grill zucchini and I want to flip it, it's good. Or flipping meatballs. If I'm searing meat in the pan or on the grill, this is really good because it doesn't injure the meat, because it's just, you know, those ones that are like claws. I don't really like those. And then I have needle nose pliers, Home Depot. And these are really useful when you're trying to get pin bones out of fish, if you want to get the pin bones out before you cook it. If you want to get the pin bones out after you cook it, you can just use your finger because the meat has released them really. Okay, here's everything I took. And the one thing that I wish I would have taken would have been a cutting board, because they had them, but they were really small. And I think it's really important that your cutting board is as big as your knife is, because you want the whole knife to fit on the cutting board. And I just wanted some extra space and I didn't have any. So that's what I would add. Okay, and you can find links down below for everything that I can possibly find links for. So enjoy. And the other thing I brought is my apron. I forgot, I already took it out of my bag and washed it, but I love it. It's 100% linen. It's striped so you don't see stains on it. It has these long straps. It's an adjustable neck, and it has pockets. Thanks for coming along with me. Here are some other videos I made. Please check them out and send them to your friends. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, because there are many more delicious adventures to come.